Good, good?
Good? Do I look sexy? No.
It is something sexy.
And hush falls over the crowd.
That's sexy.
That's sexy.
I know too.
Is that wise? That's wise enough? Okay, let's answer some questions.
So you guys are from out west. Where are you from?
Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Yeet.
Great place. And all of you are from that local area?
I'm just from outside of town. Yeah, an hour outside in a place called Selkirk.
And the name of the band, Amoral, that's a new name to you, right? Some of you are from another band previous to that?
Jared and Eric are brothers, and they played in a band together before this one. And we've all played previous bands, did shows together, that sort of thing. And kind of hooked up after that all fell apart.
Right. So you've been together as Port Moral for how long now?
Oh, jeez. The original incarnation of the band started in right at the very end of '04 or it's right at the end of '04, and then we had a lineup change. Matt joined us
That was 3 years ago.
about 3 years ago, but it almost feels like a different band. We did it was a pretty different situation. So I mean, I would say about 3 years.
Okay, so you are, as far as what do you play?
I play rhythm guitar in the band.
Okay. And do you have a hand in writing music as well?
No, we leave that to our lead guitarist and our singer mostly.
And he writes most of the songs?
Yeah, our guitarist will write the majority of the material. Jared will write lyrics, who sings.
And what would you class your genre being? What style would you say you are?
Rock and roll.
Rock and roll?
Rock and roll.
As far as Roadrunner, how did they recognize you? What was the process there?
We signed on with a management company based out of Long Island some time ago, who actually put us in touch with Roadrunner. And it was a...
Years, would you say?
Yeah, I think it was, since we first started talking to them, maybe 3 or 3.5 years. There's been jokes going around that that's the longest time it took to sign a band to the label ever.
Wow, so you just kept driving on and pressing forward?
Yeah, it was trying times, like I say. We submitted demo after demo, did a video, they'd fly out to see us, they'd ask for more demos, and went on like that for a few years. And yeah, it's a definite relief. It's almost a little bit surreal. I thought it'd be more of a celebration, but after that much time, it's more of a relieving feeling to sign the papers.
More hard work.
Oh yes, and I mean that's the hard work hasn't really done yet.
You don't look any prettier, that's for sure. Okay.
The camera can barely spin anyway.
Yeah.
What are have you opened for any recognizable bands or any big bands?
Yeah, we've been fortunate enough to open for a handful of bands that we're really excited about. Sonata Arctica being one of the big ones. We've played with 3 Inches of Blood a handful of times, who we're big fans of. Local band Comeback Kid, who's pretty big everywhere. Done some shows with them in the States and in Canada. I mean, Into Eternity, awesome band from Regina. Done a few shows with them. The list goes on.
So as a little kid growing up, did you always know you wanted to be a musician?
Oh yeah, I mean, I found my first guitar in a garbage can. My back lane was broken in half. I was about 9 years old, and I glued it back together countless times. So my parents finally broke down, bought me a guitar, and yeah, just
Playing since?
yeah, just haven't slowed down since.
And do you remember the first concert you went to? And
Yeah, I saw when I was about 12 years old. I happened to be in Sydney, Australia, and saw Silverchair at an outdoor concert, and that's kind of when they were at their peak. And although I wasn't a big Silverchair fan, that was a great time. First concert I really, a couple years later when I saw Propaganda in my hometown, which happens to be their hometown, that was what I'd probably consider my first real concert.
so where do you see yourselves as a band in, say, 2 years from now?
Oh, in 2 years, I'm hoping to have lots of touring done, maybe another album. I mean, we've just begun. I couldn't even imagine where we'll be in 2 years. Hopefully things just continue to, grow and get better, and yeah.
many albums have you put out as a group?
We did one self-released record a few years ago when we first started, and did a bunch of unreleased demos, and now we just finished recording our first full length for Roadrunner in December, so a month and a half ago. And it's just getting mixed right now, and it'll be out in June.
I kind of started playing drums, and my brother's like, "Hey, you don't suck that much, so you should maybe start playing drums." And then I'm like, "Okay." And then I had a friend who I actually played baseball with, who's like, "Hey, man, I play guitar," and then we jammed, and from there, I kind of learned how to play music. I don't know, I was a big Queen fan growing up, Queen and Phil Collins, so I guess Phil Collins had a lot to do with me being
As
a drummer.
Young guy?
Yeah, that's, I know, badass.
Surprising,
right there,
isn't it?
yeah.
That was grown up for me.
Yeah, no, Phil Collins is, but like recently, I don't know, Thursday and Refuse were kind of the bands that I started like drumming to, and I was no way good enough to drum either of those because they have good drummers, but I kind of learned how to do cool things by listening to stuff like that. And then like from the list goes on, I have a vast array of musical interests.
That's one thing that our band is our musical tastes and preferences are so diverse. Everyone in the band comes from kind of a different background. Eric listens to lots of classical compositions, and he's an excellent classical guitarist, not just metal. Jared's big into his 50s.
He's old.
Yeah, he's a little bit older than us.
He's old.
Yeah, what's your age?
Oh, yeah, he's
28, is he 28?
Jared's like 28 or 29.
I'm only 20. So.
Yeah, he's just a kid. His little brother of the band, and then Eric and myself are somewhere in the middle. But we're all come from such different musical backgrounds and kind of came together in this one style.
And you feel that gives you a better rounded...
For sure.
Yeah, better rounded sound. A harder time picking CDs in the van when we're on tour.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
Basically, I don't get to pick. Nobody likes it. I listen to it generally, but no, it's good. I think we all kind of add our little niche to our sound, and like he's a hardcore kid. I'm a young kind of loser who plays drums, and no, I don't know. It all comes together real nicely, and you can see like when you watch our show that we all kind of have our different approach to music and stage performance and stuff. But together we are Amoral. What's the name?
Maybe
Basically, like we've just done demos. Jared records, so a lot of the demos we've done have been just, in our band with our singer. But, to finally get outside and work with a guy like Brian McTurnan, who's done a lot of wicked bands, like Circus Survive, The Bled, Thrice, like Darkest Hour, like Strike Anywhere, so many good bands.
The list goes on. He's a pro-ass producer working in a pro-ass studio, as opposed to just our singer's bedroom.
He has so much wisdom and knowledge, and it was pretty awesome. It was kind of a surreal experience. Like it was our first real recording experience, like I said, and it was definitely an eye-opening experience. But Brian's good for giving you the kick in the dick and the balls that you need. Like he pushes you that extra mile to get a good performance. Really good with people. Obviously, music, because everything he records is pretty wicked, and really good guy. Like I'm glad I can consider him a friend, even though he picks on me a lot. He thought I sounded like his aunt. He thought I was the most ridiculous person he's ever met. So
I took a nap on the floor of a cafe in the airport today.
I did too.
Because I had both of us just
I
like
was
dogs.
stacked down on my knapsack with my feet on guitars.
As they're wiping tables around us.
Dude, my arms and legs were both numb when I woke up. When I woke up.
You waked up.
When I done woke up.
Got done waked up.
Yeah.
Yes.